Here with one remark, you have to notice this. When the function is decreasing from positive infinity to negative infinity, hey, decreasing from positive to negative, it means that it should pass by zero. واضح. Once it is continuous, of course. And here the function is continuous. Like decreasing from positive infinity to negative infinity, so it passes by zero. شو يعني it passes by zero؟ يعني في عندي هون some value in which g of this value is equal to zero. Okay. Or in other words, the equation g of x equals zero has a solution. And here, since it is strictly decreasing, has a unique solution. إنه في واحد بس. Yep. Like, and that will be the question in part 3. Show that the equation g of x equals 0 has a unique solution alpha, and this alpha is between 1.3 and 1.5. Okay. First of all, the function is continuous. G is continuous. Continuous مش بس على interval 1.3, 1.5. It is continuous on the domain R because it's a polynomial function. G is a polynomial function. Okay. The second, G is strictly decreasing on R, and the limit is positive infinity. The limit as x approaches negative infinity of g of x is equal to negative infinity, it's equal to positive infinity, is equal to positive infinity here. Limit at negative infinity is equal to positive infinity, which is positive. And the limit of g of x as x approaches negative infinity, positive infinity is equal to negative infinity اللي هي negative. So here the function is decreasing from positive to negative, and it is continuous. It means that the equation, g of x equals 0 has a unique solution. مثل ما هاي الفيجر موضحت لك اياه. Decreasing from positive infinity نازله على negative infinity معناتها بعتبره بزيرو. مش بس هيك مرة واحدة. يعني it means, in other words, the equation g of x equals 0 has a unique solution. Right. Now to prove that this solution is in the interval 1.3, 1.5, to prove that this solution is in the interval 1.3, 1.5, you have to find g of 1.3, g of 1.5. The product should be negative. Right. G of 1.3, which is equal to, replace x by 1.3 in the function, اللي هي هاي. Negative x cubed minus x plus 4. So negative 1.3 to the power 3 minus 1.3 plus 4. شوف answer. And g of 1.5, which is equal to negative 1.5 power 3 minus 1.5 plus 4. مش حافظ answers, just a moment. The first one is 0.5. Which is positive. And for 1.5, it's negative 0.8. Which is negative. So the product g of 1.3 times g of 1.5 is negative. It means that g of x equals 0 has a unique solution, alpha in the interval 1.3, 1.5. The solution of this equation on it has a unique solution, let's say alpha. في عندها one solution. طيب هون عم نقول هذا السوليوشن موجود لك بين 1.3 و 1.4. sorry, بين 1.3 and 1.5. يعني g of 1.3 هاي نفترض هي 1.3 Okay, it's some value here 0.5, and g of 1.5 it's equal to negative 0.9. okay. يعني في هذا السوليوشن موجود بيناتهم 1.3 و 1.5. okay. And part 4, deduce the sign of g of x. Study the sign of g of x. In order to study the sign of g of x, here we have the value alpha, which is between 1.3 and 1.5. Here the function is 0. Okay? The function is decreasing. As an alakid, decreasing from positive to negative. Here g of x is positive, and here g of x is negative. And g of x is greater than 0, and here g of x is less than 0, decreasing from positive to negative. Okay? طيب هون the value of x between negative infinity and alpha. The value of x between negative infinity and alpha. And in this part, alpha to positive infinity. Okay? So here I can write g of x is positive if x belongs to negative infinity alpha, and g of x is negative if x belongs to alpha positive infinity. From this table, you can determine the sign. If you draw a simple figure here, you can determine the sign. Here, the graph is above the x-axis. It means that the function is positive. Here, the graph is below the x-axis. It means that the function is negative. يعني فيك تفهم حالك بأكثر من طريقة. Okay? طيب, or you can understand it in more than one way. Part B, and here we are going to move to study the function f. To study the function f. Part B. Do you have any questions? أصلاً العيان لحتى يكون عندهم أسئلة. شو السؤال هذا؟ Part B. In this part, let alpha be equal 1.4. نرجع للfunction f. Negative x plus 1 when f of x negative x plus 1 plus x minus 2 over x squared. صح؟ صح؟ domain negative